Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss screen sharing in a Zoom meeting. I think screen sharing is one of the most useful things you can do as an English tutor. Um, and I'll give you a couple of examples of things you might share during a meeting. I'm sure you can imagine many possibilities that you might want to try out with your student. In this video, I'm not going to discuss setting up a Zoom meeting because I've already done that in another video. So please check that out if you are unsure about how to do that. In this video, I'm just going to jump right into a meeting that has already been set up. So here you can see the Zoom program on my computer. I'm going to click on meetings, and the meeting that I'm going to be using is called English Tutoring. I'm just going to click on the Start button to get started with that. In this case, the camera has been turned off and I'm on mute within Zoom. But typically, you would want your camera to be on and you would want to be unmuted. And the same applies to your student. And you can, easily change those things by clicking on the mute or unmute button or the stop or start video button in the bottom left corner. Anyway, in this video, I'm focusing on sharing your screen. So let's take a look at the green Share Screen button in the middle of the Zoom toolbar here. When I click on that, it brings up a white box with several options. So I'm just going to explain a little bit about what you're seeing here. At the top, you'll see three tabs: Basic, Advanced, and Files. I think you can ignore Advanced and Files and just focus on Basic, which is what I do myself. And then under those three options, you'll see several smaller boxes. The one in the top left will say either desktop or screen. On my Mac, it says desktop. On my work computer, which is a PC, it says screen. It's the same idea. It means you're sharing your entire screen. And I think for many volunteers, that's the easiest option. So I'll demonstrate that. But I'll also explain a little bit about the other options here. Whiteboard is something that I'll discuss in a separate video. To the right of that, on my Mac, there are these options for sharing your iPhone or iPad screen. Those are beyond the scope of this video, so I'm going to ignore those for now. And then on the second row, there are several other options. These are the windows that I currently have open on my computer. So I can choose to show just one window while I'm sharing my screen, or I can share everything that's visible on my screen. Okay, I'll show you both methods. In this case, there's one window for Google Chrome with a website. There's a window for Pages, which is similar to Microsoft Word. And then there's one for my photos. Okay. But the first method that I'm going to show is the desktop, which again I think is easier because that means you don't have to worry about choosing a specific window. Just go with desktop. I can either double click this or I can click the share button in the lower right corner. So I'm going to click share. Okay. In this case, it's showing my Zoom window, so I'm just going to minimize that. And I can close this one because I've already set up the meeting and launched it, so I don't need this Zoom window anymore. Here you see a website. This is VOA Learning English, which is one of the websites that I recommend most often to students as well as tutors. It has a lot of content intended for English learners, articles about current events, videos. They have series about idioms and grammar, and really quite a bit. You can read and listen to articles at the same time. So I'm just going to choose the first article here on the right. It's about the expression, better to let sleeping dogs lie. I might have students read something aloud or, read something silently and then discuss it with me. There are a number of things you could do with an article like this. Perhaps this is too difficult for your student, in which case you could find something that's simpler. Anyway, I just wanted to show you, how you can pull up an article and what, a couple things that you might do with it. Another example of something you might do, within, online using Google Chrome or whatever browser you use, is find a YouTube video. Okay. There are a number of YouTube channels that I recommend to English learners and tutors. One of them is called Speak English with Vanessa. So I'm just going to pull that up here. And just going to pause the video. There's a video that plays automatically, so just trying to pause that. It's a little bit slow because I'm recording this. Anyway, she has a number of very good videos about vocabulary, I guess some pronunciation videos about strategies for learning English, a lot. And she's quite popular. She has about 3.7 million subscribers, or people who subscribe to her channel. Anyway, I'll come back to a couple of things to keep in mind about showing a video, but the point is that this is another thing you can do while sharing your screen. Maybe you watch a short video together with your student, and to discuss in some fashion, or prepare your student to do a role play. Those are a couple of ideas. Anyway, I'm going to stop sharing now. I can do that by clicking on the red Stop Share button. And I'm going to go back to my Zoom window here. And I'm going to click on the Share Screen button again, just to demonstrate the other way that you can share your screen. So what I just did the first way was I clicked on Desktop. But if I wanted to show just one window, I could click on one of these options below. So in this case, I'm going to show just this window, this photo of a giraffe. And, the student can see this. We could talk about it. The student could describe what's in the picture, or write about it, or, whatever activity you have in mind. This is just another way to share your screen by clicking on the specific window. Okay. I'm going to click Stop Share and then go back to share my screen. A couple things to keep in mind if you are showing a video. I would suggest clicking on Share Sound, so that makes it easier for the other person to hear what's in the video. And if you're making the video full screen, Zoom recommends that you click Optimize for Video Clip. Okay. If it's not full screen, then I don't think that matters as much. So if I go back to the to my YouTube page here, let's say I want to show this video. Let's go with 50 important verbs in English for daily conversation. Okay. In this case, I'm not going to make it full screen. I'm just going to play it in a smaller sort of window, which is what comes up automatically.
My job is to make college easier because students have a lot. Sorry, Coach.
Hi, I'm Vanessa.
I'm just going to skip the ad. That's what you just saw there. And now you can watch a little bit of the video, so to see a little bit about what it's like.
From SpeakEnglishWithVanessa.com. Are you ready to describe the world around you in amazing English? Let's do it. To become a fluent, confident English speaker, you need to be able to use daily life English to talk about the world around you and to talk about your daily tasks.
Okay, so this video is almost 14 minutes long. I'm not going to show any more of it in my own video, but I would recommend checking out some of her videos and the other channels that I recommend on my list of resources. I think YouTube is a great resource for language learning. Anyway, I think that is about it for screen sharing in this video. Again, I'll make a separate video about using the whiteboard, and I think I'll also make a video focused specifically on YouTube. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope this was helpful.